Did you know that over 60% of people feel like they're not truly heard in their conversations? That's right, most of us go through our day having conversations where we speak, but don't feel truly understood. And it's not just about communication in romantic relationships, it happens at work, with friends, and even with family. If we're not listening in a meaningful way, relationships suffer. Here's the shocking part: studies show that active listening, the kind of listening that truly connects us, can increase relationship satisfaction by 70%. Yet, so many people still think listening is just about hearing words. But is that all there is to it? In this video, you'll learn how to go beyond surface-level listening and become someone who not only hears but understands others. We'll dive into powerful strategies like reflective listening, using silence to your advantage, and knowing when to speak and when to truly listen. You'll discover how these small changes can make a huge difference in how connected and happy you feel in your relationships. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss how these simple skills can completely transform your ability to connect. Chapter 1: The Art of Active Listening. Beyond the words, active listening is the foundation of healthy communication. It's not just about hearing the words someone says, but understanding their feelings and emotions behind those words. According to research, active listening boosts relationship satisfaction by 70%. This simple practice shows people that we care about their feelings. One key strategy in active listening is focusing entirely on the person speaking. Turn away from distractions, like your phone or TV. Eye contact is essential, it lets them know you're present in the moment. Also, avoid interrupting them. Many people feel ignored when they're cut off, and this can lead to frustration. Another helpful tool is asking open-ended questions. Instead of saying, "Did you have a good day?" try asking, "How did your day go?" This gives the speaker room to share more and feel heard. According to psychologists, the more you ask, the more engaged both parties feel in the conversation. Remember, it's not just about words. Nonverbal cues, like nodding and leaning in slightly, show that you're paying attention. Your body language can say as much as your words, if not more. Active listening isn't about you, it's about them. Chapter 2: The Power of Silence. Giving space for real expression. Silence may seem uncomfortable at times, but it can be a powerful tool in communication. Studies have shown that people who allow pauses during conversations feel more understood and are able to express themselves better. It gives the speaker space to think and share deeper emotions. In a world where we rush to respond, giving space for silence can be life-changing. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that silence in conversation allows both people to reflect and organize their thoughts, leading to more meaningful and thoughtful exchanges. When we don't rush to fill every gap, we give others the freedom to express themselves fully. Silence also helps in avoiding emotional overwhelm. Imagine a heated conversation where one person keeps talking and talking, and the other is expected to respond right away. The pressure to respond quickly can cause emotional overload and miscommunication. By pausing, both individuals have the chance to cool off, think things through, and return to the conversation with a clearer mind. Moreover, silence fosters empathy. It's in these moments that we can truly feel what the other person is experiencing. It allows us to listen with our hearts, not just our ears. In fact, Dr. Stephen Covey, author of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, said, "Most people do not listen with the intent to understand, they listen with the intent to reply." By embracing silence, we break this cycle. Chapter 3: Empathy in Action. How to walk in their shoes. Empathy is more than just a buzzword, it's the key to transforming your relationships. It means stepping into someone else's shoes and seeing the world from their perspective. When we actively practice empathy, we communicate that their feelings matter. And that can make a huge difference. Research shows that empathy can reduce conflicts and improve relationships by 50%. A 2014 study from the University of California found that people who listened empathetically had more satisfying relationships and felt more connected to others. This makes sense. When we feel heard and understood, we're more likely to trust and connect with others. A powerful way to show empathy is through reflective listening. This means you restate or paraphrase what the other person said to show that you truly understand them. For example, if your partner says, "I had a rough day at work," you might respond with, "It sounds like you're feeling stressed about your job today. Reflecting their feelings lets them know you're tuned into their experience. But empathy isn't just about listening to the words, they often don't tell the whole story. Tune into the emotions behind the words. Does the speaker sound sad, frustrated, or anxious? Acknowledging these feelings without judgment is vital. "I can hear that you're upset" is a great way to show empathy and give emotional validation. In your relationships, remember that empathy is not about solving the problem or offering advice immediately. Instead, it's about creating a safe space where the other person feels understood. According to psychologist Dr. Daniel Goleman, empathy is not just feeling for another person, it's about connecting with them on a deeper emotional level. When we embrace empathy, we create an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding. In turn, people feel more comfortable sharing their thoughts and emotions with us. And this, ultimately, strengthens our relationships. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tips on how to improve your relationships and create deeper connections. Stay with us for more amazing strategies in the next chapters. Chapter 4, The Listening Mirror, Reflecting What They Feel. One of the most powerful tools for truly listening is reflective listening. This strategy involves repeating or paraphrasing what the speaker has said, which not only shows you're listening but also that you're trying to understand their emotions. It's like holding up a mirror to their feelings, letting them know that their experience matters. Research has found that reflective listening improves communication and strengthens bonds. A 2016 study from the University of Washington showed that when people feel heard, they're more likely to trust and be vulnerable with the person they're speaking to. Trust is the foundation of any strong relationship, and reflective listening is a simple way to build that trust. For example, if a friend says, "I feel overwhelmed with all the work I have to do," you can mirror their feelings by responding, "It sounds like you're really stressed out with everything on your plate right now." This not only validates their feelings but also gives them the space to elaborate more on what's going on. Reflecting back isn't about parroting their words, it's about understanding the deeper emotions and showing empathy. Dr. Carl Rogers, a leading psychologist, said, "The curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change." Reflecting someone's feelings helps them accept their emotions and, in turn, open up more. Reflective listening can also diffuse conflict. When you mirror someone's concerns, it reduces defensiveness and opens the door to more productive conversations. In relationships, when both people feel understood, they're more likely to resolve issues with kindness and mutual respect. Chapter 5, The Language of Love, How Listening Transforms Relationships. Listening is the ultimate love language. While many think of love languages as words of affirmation or physical touch, the language of listening is just as powerful. Truly listening shows your partner that they are your priority, that their thoughts and feelings are important to you. In fact, studies suggest that couples who engage in active listening are 50% more likely to report higher relationship satisfaction. A 2018 study by the National Institute of Marriage found that couples who listened without judgment or interruption had better communication and stronger emotional connections. So how do you make listening your language of love? Start by giving your full attention. When your partner speaks, focus on them. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, and give them your undivided attention. Show your interest by nodding, making eye contact, and asking thoughtful follow-up questions. Listening also means being patient. Not everything needs an immediate response or solution. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do is simply be there to hear what the other person has to say. Dr. John Gottman, a renowned relationship researcher, suggests that partners who can truly listen to each other are less likely to experience divorce. A great example of the power of listening in relationships comes from The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. He writes, "When you speak the language of love, you offer your partner an emotional connection that feels intimate and true. Active listening helps you speak this language by creating a safe, supportive space where your partner feels heard." Chapter 6, When to Speak and When to Listen. The balance of healthy communication. Knowing when to speak and when to listen is crucial in any conversation. Sometimes, the most effective way to communicate is by saying less and listening more. Finding the balance between sharing your thoughts and giving space for the other person is the key to healthy communication. Psychologists have found that active listening, combined with the right timing for speaking, improves not only communication but also emotional intimacy. According to a study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships, couples who balance talking and listening experience a stronger emotional bond and a deeper sense of connection. The key to balance is timing. Don't interrupt the speaker or try to solve the problem right away. Focus first on understanding them. It's like setting the foundation for a house before you add the roof. Listening is the foundation, and speaking comes later when it's time to build on that understanding. One technique to maintain this balance is to practice the wait what method. This simple strategy means waiting until the person has finished speaking before responding. It's easy to rush in with a solution or a response, but waiting allows the conversation to breathe and ensures that both parties feel respected. Balance in conversation also includes knowing when it's your turn to speak. Don't monopolize the conversation. According to communication expert Dr. Deborah Tannen, conversations are like a dance. You move in, then step back, and then move in again. This dance ensures that both people get the chance to express their thoughts and feelings. Sometimes, the best way to communicate is through silence or brief responses that invite further dialogue. Short, thoughtful phrases like "I understand" or "that sounds tough" let the speaker know that you're engaged and empathetic without overshadowing their experience. In relationships, balance fosters respect. If one person dominates the conversation, the other may feel overlooked or unimportant. By making space for others to share, you create an environment where both parties feel equally valued. Thanks for watching. If you found these strategies helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights on improving your relationships and communication skills. Together, we can create deeper, happier connections.